We are testing this Restream, so I need to know if we're live. I need to know if there's sound. I'm gonna start with making sure it's connected to YouTube. It looks like it is. There's a delay, so we're just watching it. I have Jay in the chat. Let's see if we find the chat. This is the chat. We can click on a comment. Shawnee has made cinnamon rolls for all of us. I have 12, and then 12 dinner rolls. So that's the comment sharing. And then the caption is what they call banners. So welcome in. I'm Shawnee, and this channel is all about taking back our food one seed at a time. Whether you've got a backyard, a balcony, or just a big dream, you are invited. Tonight, we are just running a test. I'm trying to see if I'm still going to have sound disconnection issues, because if that's the case, it's the headset, not the streaming service or the browser. Normally, we use Streamyard, which is a web-based browsing service, just like Restream is. I'm on the free version. So far, what I had to do was go to a search engine, type in Restream, go to their website, create an account, which involved an email and a password. Said I just didn't want to pay for any services. I closed the thing that comes up for billing options, and then I'm just in my dashboard. Verify your email, just how you always do with anything. You get a link, create a live stream, and then I had to connect the channel. So then you go through more passwords and accepting things. So then now I see my backstage, and I still have the same buttons. It goes volume, video, share screen, invite a guest, settings. And then I can also change the layout, like if we had somebody with us. You know what I mean? That's different. They have scenes, which Streamyard did start doing. How do I take it? I don't know. Back to how I had it. So I was practicing putting banners in, which they call captions. That's what these are. So if I lose sound, just let me know. I saw that there's not many designs, which is normal for a free service. Oh, I know that you can have 6 guests on panel with this free Restream account, and you can have 720 for your video, which is the same as the free version of Streamyard. Now people pay to get like 1080. What else did I want to test? I know we'll probably test showing a video. A lot of the thing I want to know is if the sound goes away and disconnects. That's kind of the big test tonight. If you enjoy gardening, growing your own food, or just love learning as you grow, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future shows, tutorials, and garden tours. So we are going into the chat. Now the chat loads not the same as StreamYard, I noticed. And of course, everything looks different as far as the style of the font or the size when I'm in the back, driving this as the host. So that's always an adjustment to get used to. The cinnamon rolls are out of the oven, and I did put the frosting on them. So in case anyone was wondering, we do have frosting happening. For the dinner rolls, I just put olive oil on them because I'm out of butter. Miss Sharon says, live chat or all messages, y'all. Food Forest Permaculture. Good evening, Earthlings. Hi, Shawnee. Hello. Thanks for joining me for my test of this different service to see if I like it or not. I see Richard made it. Hello. I do have the YouTube side open. You look the same, says Dave Knight. Okay, good. Good to know. I went through and made sure the mirror was off because I don't use the mirror, the image part of it. Howie is listening. That's what the dot is for. Jay Dixon says, I am in a power outage, just my village. So I'm on battery backup. Look at you using your preparations. Thank you for being here. So I do have a poll in the YouTube chat. Would you like an email sent to you to tell you beforehand that I'm going to have a live stream? And if I get a lot of feedback for that would be beneficial for the audience, then I will create a post reminding everyone and where to send the email to say, yes, I want to be on the list. And then I would just have to remember to send the email before going live. So what can we test? Screen looks smaller. Yeah, Howie. Okay, let's see. That's over here. Let's try moving some stuff around. Shall we? Because this button, well, that did something. What's this one? I'm watching on the YouTube side now to have it catch up. Howie says he just harvested a lot of squash. That's amazing. I'm guessing it's, well, I don't know. Is it winter squash or summer squash? I think now the screen is filled in more. We have 7 watching. Thank you all for hanging out and helping me figure out this service. So if I copy this link and put it here, try that for a little bit, and then it says, hey, your background is different. How do I make this go away? There we go. So I don't have my panel up if that's the background you're talking about, but I know that my, like the color of the background for the system is going to be different because I'm in Restream instead of Streamyard. Because, yeah, they don't have many options. So Jay asks Howie, summer squash or winter squash? Howie weighed it out. It was 75 pounds. That's a lot of pounds, I would say. Should we try sharing a video? So yeah, I was talking about what I had to do to create this. It did bring me, once I connected my channel, create a live stream. It'll have a title, a description. You can schedule it and add a thumbnail. That was all the same. It just looks different, right? And then you schedule it, and I can still go into my YouTube side and do all the customizations that I normally do, like with StreamYard when I plan a live stream. Howie is going to put a video out tomorrow for the squash reveal. Sliminy Cricket Entertainment, good evening. We are just testing a service. So what's going to happen is if I lose sound with this service as well, it means I have to replace my headset or just go without it. And I don't like going without it because I feel like it sounds like you can hear the whole room. I did that with Storms, Radios, and Cats. I did the live without my headset and I didn't love the sound. So I would be looking at just replacing this because we need to have a party. We need to get together. I need to schedule it ahead of time so you guys have days notice in advance. And I don't want to lose the sound during the party. We're going to play games. We're going to say thank yous and hugs. We're going to talk about the goal that we just achieved here on the channel. the goal that's next. What does this mean? What are the things? I think I have a banner. So what changed was we hit the 3,000 hours and I applied for the YouTube partner program and was accepted, which means I've unlocked membership, super chats, super stickers, I believe are all the things. So you can become a channel member, which means you unlock behind the scenes content. You get the badges and the stickers that people can put in the chat. You'll have something next to your name that represents you're part of our seeds, our seedlings, our sprouts. We will be able to shout out that you're a member. There is a join button, but actually they changed mine to subscribe plus. And so depending on if you have that version of YouTube or the one that has the join button, that's how you get to these things. I'm sure you're familiar with it. If this is your kind of garden party, I invite you to check that out to look at, we do have a 99-cent one up to, I think, $5.99. There's 3 altogether. We will talk more about this at the party, right? So we do have a thing that happens, and I see something happening here. When we get new members, I'm going to start reading a garden story. Now, we might have to read more than one story, depending on what's happening. So what happened over here, I can see. I have to find it on this side now. Can I click on this? Does it show? Okay, Miss Sharon gifted 5 memberships. The level was the seeds level. We have seeds, sprouts, seedlings at this stage in the channel's growth. If we feel the need that we need to order more, set up more, then we can do that. So then if I click this to show who received the membership. So we'll read who got them. We have Richard coming into the group. Mother Earth Garden Club has received a membership. Look at that. Big Will Dog in the Soil. You all that have received them will get an email saying you've received a gifted membership. It lasts for 30 days. It's your choice to renew it after the 30 days or not. Just because they've received a gift does not mean they are here with us live, but they could be in the replay. So I see you. And I hope you give Miss Sharon a big thank you. The LP Dimension received a gift, and so did Driven Fortitude. So that was all of the gifts. I'm going to head into the story time. I'm going to do this comment first. Howie says, I'm entering the Sanic, if I said that right, fair with my squash. So that'll be fun. That is fun that you still have a fair. Because sometimes the fair and the garden harvest don't line up together, right? Usually you do fair walkthroughs of what's all in the horticulture barn and the preservation. Usually there's like gardening stuff and then people that have canned things. So that's super exciting. I'm never brave enough to do any of that or care to be organized to get it in on time. And Howie, are you wanting to win a ribbon? Or do you just like sharing, look at my thing I grew, my squash? What's your intention, I guess, for entering the fair? Jay would definitely like the email. When I do the post explaining how it will work, people will be able to send me an email. And what happens is you'll have to send me an email with the email that you want the message sent to. So if I don't have it, if it's the one that I already have, then I will add you to the list. You know what I mean? Miss Sharon, hugs to you so much. I will read the story. I promise. Mobile Tech, welcome to our test of Restream. We are trying to figure out a sound issue that I'm happening, if it's a Streamyard issue, a computer browser issue, or the headset going out. We are trying to get ready for a party because we need to celebrate hitting one of our goals here on the channel with 3,000 watch hours. And Tuck by V1, good evening. Share about your day or your weather, whatever you want to talk about here. Howie says, yes, first place for Warty Pumpkin. You want to do first place? Oh, well, I would vote for your pumpkin if I could. Okay. So because Miss Sharon has very kindly become a member herself, by the way, and gifted memberships, we get to read a little story. Driven Fortitude walks in. Hey, so when I click on it, it has this weird, it describes what you put on YouTube because we are testing Restream. So that's a little wonky, right? But I see it's like a pink waving hand over here, right? And yes, thank Miss Sharon for the gift. Mobile Tech has a comment about I use Streamyard and it's always been the mic. It's been the mic you're using that fails. Because yeah, it's a new thing that's been happening where my sound shuts off and the chat will start to tell me. And then I get this red box on the computer that says your browser has shut off your mic. And that's why I was trying to trace the breadcrumbs. Okay, let me go over to my story. Oh, members, did I tell you the part where you people that just got this wonderful gift, you now have access to a very special video. This video goes over why I have a YouTube channel. Okay. Those that have seen it have talked highly about it, that it was done well, and it's only for members. So you could even become a member for 1 month, because it's a month at a time, to just watch that video, and then you could cancel it after that, right? If you wanted to hear the real story behind why I have created this Shawnee Grows space. So I just wanted to say, while you have your gift, don't forget to use it, right? Okay. The Case of the Vanishing Veggies is our first story for all of our new members unlocking this special benefit here. It started on a misty Tuesday morning when Shawnee stepped into the garden and noticed something odd. 3 perfectly ripe radishes had vanished overnight. She checked the gate, closed. No rabbit prints, no signs of nibbles, just gone. Then she saw it, tiny muddy footprints leading behind the compost pile. Grabbing a trowel and her courage, Shawnee followed the trail. It twisted between sunflowers, under the bean trellis, and ended at the base of the old garden gnome, whose hat was slightly tilted and eyes suspiciously smirking. With a deep breath, she nudged the gnome aside and uncovered a trap door. So this would be a place in the story that we would stop, but because Miss Sharon gifted 5 memberships, I will keep reading. Below, a glowing underground pantry stuffed with vegetables, seed packets, and was that her missing left glove? Out popped a root sprite, brushing radish crumbs off its leafy beard. Sorry, it squeaked. We just needed a snack for the Moon Garden Council meeting. You're invited to the next one. Shawnee smiled. Next time, just ask and bring compost cookies. So quickly, I'm going to read root sprite. What is a root sprite? And then I'll go back in the chat and see who's with us and explain what we're doing. So this root sprite that was caught in the garden is a whimsical, magical being that lives underground among the roots of a garden. They might help plants grow, borrow veggies for moonlit meetings, or cause playful mischief like rearranging seed packets. Think of them like earth elementals or soil fairies. So what just happened was we had new members, which unlocks me reading a garden story. I have a couple prepared because I knew that we did get some members over the last couple days. And then Miss Sharon had a really nice gift. So that's how this is going to work, hopefully. That's the plan, okay? We are testing Restream. I've never been on Restream for a live stream. We are testing to see if my sound cuts out and stops, to see if I need to replace equipment. Driven Fortitude. I got the email. Yes, when you get a gifted membership, you get the email, and that notified you that as well, that I am live. Yeah, so there is a poll going. Now it's just like a yes or no. If you think it would be nice to get an email from me saying, hey, I'm planning on going live today, you would get that email before I have the live stream set up. So you would have more than a half hour notification if all goes well. And so if I have a lot of feedback about people wanting that, I will create a post. It will explain what to do, how to email me, where to email me to tell me yes, and that's the email you want the message from. Paper Airplane Kentucky, great to see you. If everything is working on your side, the link might be gone in the chat. I haven't had a guest yet to test how to run this buttons on the screen. Let's see if I can go back up and find it. I can take it out and move it because I don't need it hiding in the... I'm going to remove the link. If you want to come up on panel, did I even start with that? Let's build sentences here. I'm talking to Paper Airplane Kentucky. If your equipment is working and you're okay to help me figure this out, I'm going to put the link because I didn't message it to you here. And then I'll get back in the chat because things are happening. Because at the party, we are going to make this go away. Click that. Okay. At the party that we're going to plan and have to celebrate the membership unlocking and the future goals of the channel and what's happening, the point of the sentence is, we're going to have people up on panel, hopefully, that want to come up and just hang out. I saw how I might have missed it, so I'm sorry. And Jay says, our local fair is third week of August, 1 month too early for most crops. Yeah, sometimes it does not line up at all with when you have things in the garden. Appreciate you, Miss Sharon, sharing channel links. Dave Knight went to the races. That was pretty cool. Jay must be talking about the story I read, Aliens. Scott is here. Hello, Scott. And I think I saw the new member thing pop up, but it hasn't came in my chat on Restream, so I will get to it and announce it. I don't know if there's like a separate tab to find that stuff. Usually there is on YouTube, but we're practicing, okay? We're just practicing. Okay, so I got a message, but it doesn't have a basement. So I got a message that says JBot has joined, add to the stream, but I don't have like a basement. So I'm going to click add to stream. So I hope you're ready if you can hear me.
Yes. Hi.
And
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Great.
I need to get another source. So there's these layout options at the bottom. And so that's what I'm going to click and play with here for a second. I don't like that.
Hello.
Thank you for helping me practice this thing. See, I don't like that layout.
Seems to be working. Play with some stuff. I don't mind.
Yeah. It has a lot of the same familiar things since I've been on Streamyard for so long. See, this is kind of what I was going for, was this one. So that's working. Really bummed there wasn't a basement where I could see you. That's really makes me not want to use the service, to tell you the truth.
Are you disappointed I'm not a basement dweller? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, no. I'm wondering if that means Like if we end the live, I wonder if I can still talk to you, kind of a thing. Now, I don't expect you to stay for the whole show to test that, but that's a question I'm wondering.
Yeah, well, we can find that out. We'll figure it out. Or maybe
Yeah.
somebody else will pop in. We'll see.
Yeah.
So anyway, I wanted you to be able to get some idea of how it works before you get a fabulous sparkly guest.
A sparkly guest. Yeah, I'm figuring out the scene and the layout, and we haven't tried sharing a video yet. We're going to try that tonight. Mobile Tech is referring to the story. There's such a huge delay when I click the comment in Restream to coming up on the screen. I'm not enjoying that part either. I would have thought a gopher. Yeah, me too. Not a root sprite. I am using the free version. Okay, I think Howie's leaving. You're going to go fish. You have fish to clean. Smoking sockeye in 2 days. Great days of harvest, Earthlings. Very cool story, Shawnee Grows. Thank you so much, Miss Sharon Knight. Thank you for being here, Hallie. Do memberships get pastries?
I'm only asking.
Cool? Yeah, if it worked that way.
You did open up with the idea that you were cooking pastries tonight and mentioned the live stream, and I conjoined those ideas. I don't know.
Yeah, if you guys are just joining us, I did bake a pan of cinnamon rolls, 12 of those with frosting icing. Yes. And so it smells really great in here. And then I also did a 9x13 pan. So I think it's 12 dinner rolls with a little olive oil at the end because I'm out of butter. But I did get my cow fat rendered. I ran out of everything. It was a crisis. No butter, no tallow, no bacon grease, no avocado oil. And I had to get creative because I don't have my roaster pan here. My roaster pan is at the garden, so I got my Instapot out, put it on slow cook mode, got some fat shoved in it, and so now we have a jar to get us through when we get groceries again. Because we got to have a fat to cook with, right? So I saw it was green, I think. Did I miss it? There was a membership. I lost it in my chat. It was Scott. And thank you. Oh, Grant, testing, 1, 2, 3. Yes, we are trying to figure out Restream. And I honestly don't love it, to tell you the truth. It's slow and I don't want to say it's hard to drive, but is it because it's just different and I'm annoyed by change? Maybe.
So somebody was asking, Mobile Tech was asking, is JBot Canadian? I guess I have an accent. Yes, I am from Greater Kanakistan. Yes.
That's a great question. Yeah, if you have any more questions, put them in the chat. We'll catch them as we can. Mobile Tech in settings and camera, you can set it to 1080. I can't. It says I have to pay for that. So I'm on 720.
Yeah, and I notice kind of dancing back and forth between Restream and YouTube that it is tremendously behind. Like,
yes.
Like, wow, behind. Yes.
So. Have you been a guest on panel with Restream, Jay?
Never.
Okay, so this is new for you to see how the chat loads.
Yes.
Between there and here. Okay.
Yes.
So Scott, thank you. We can read another story. If you didn't hear me say earlier, there is a very special heart-to-heart video that I created for members only that explains why I have a YouTube channel. Why did I create Shawnee Grows? So I hope you get to see that when you can.
On Restream, I've noticed the chat is appearing at the side, but it is so tiny that certainly with my vision, I am craning to be able to read it at all. It's, yeah.
Yes. I don't like the size of it either.
Yeah, well, I don't know what to say. People have been complaining about what was the other thing that you were using before? It's Streamyard?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. On Streamyard, at least the versions where I've actually been an actual guest, there I couldn't see the chats at all. Like they were not visible in any way, just private backdoor stuff for the actual guests. So,
Is there a private chat in this for no? Do you see
I
it? Oh,
don't
here, down at the
know.
bottom. Let me try typing a private chat and see if you can find it. Because that's something that we use during our shows when we have a bunch of people. Okay, I'm seeing it.
Yep, and I sent to you.
Okay, I got it. That worked. Okay.
That was our sneaky conversation, everyone, of hey there and hello, because
Yeah.
we're secret spy kind of people.
Let's see. So mobile tech, I only use the free version of StreamYard, and it doesn't bother me because I don't go over 20 hours in a month. I don't know what the limit is for Restream, if there's an hours limit per show, because I think EVMux is the web-based stream service where you can only have 2 hours and then you're done. It shuts it down. Like you cannot go
Okay.
over 2 hours per live. I don't think that's Restream, but if I get a warning, I'll let you guys know if we're here that long.
I'm trying to look that up now.
Okay, thank you. I did see that it's going to limit me to 6 people on panel, which is the same as the free StreamYard version.
Restream doesn't have any time limits, but some platforms might.
Okay.
That's just one person's opinion. That's not anything official. Restream is making that information a bit multi-layered to find the answer. So
Yes.
you got to dig for it.
I'm not interested in paying, for those of you in the chat or in the replay. I'm not interested in paying for a streaming service. So I don't even look at that anymore. If I were interested in comparing a basic plan between StreamYard and Restream, I would need to know what are the things that I must have, including what kind of, do you want 1080p? What video quality do you want? How many guests do you want to have on panel? Is there going to be a limit on your hours for streaming service? Those are things I would look for if I were to go into paying, but I am not. I am testing only free versions.
So I'm reading it now. Free plan includes multi-stream to 2 channels. Stream directly from your browser in HD using Restream Studio with up to 5 guests. Stream with third-party software such as QBS, I think. It's kind of small, hard to read. Upload and schedule, and then they talk file sizes. Use our multi-chat feature, stream analytics, schedule your streams. And that seems to be it. And then they kind of go on about paid plans, which does not interest you anyway.
Right. Let's see. Taking this out. Going back over here. Okay. Hey there from South Florida Sunshine Tropicals. I can't wait to get back on my laptop to join your membership, Shawnee. Well, thank you. I wish I could come up during the weeknights to see this as a guest. We can do it again on a time that you're available, Carol, of course, to try it out. What does this say? I believe the Restream means.
I just jumped on so she can play with buttons and techniques and see how things work to have a guest. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I don't mind people asking me anything while I'm here.
Miss Sharon is the best. Carol is saying, hey there. Miss Sharon is a member. She was one of the top beginner people when I made the post. Yeah, I'm mobile tech. I do not own any of this equipment technically. If you guys can keep a secret, this is all for work. Every single thing I'm using right now, I don't own, and it could be taken away tomorrow if I lost my job. And so I can't download OBS. I can't download anything. It's not my stuff. This is supposed to be work only. So with the whole membership thing, I can start putting money aside to get my own equipment. What is this?
Scott, where are you located for your elderberry plants? Like, where on the planet are you?
Mm-hmm. There's also different types of elderberry plants. So I'm trusting you've done your research and you know which ones you can grow for your area that are to eat and consume. But yeah, your zone.
It's the thing I'm looking at now talks about 2 species that are most common, and there are some that are for landscape purposes and some that are edible. So you have to be careful when you're doing your types to make sure which it is.
The black elderberry, I believe, is what we plant to eat, and the red elderberry is the poison one, if I remember right.
Write that down.
And then in the black elderberry family, I think I have 4 different kinds or 2 different kinds that we planted, and I did my planting in the spring after the frost was gone last year. They are on their year 2. I'm going to try sharing a screen, and it has to do with Carol's situation. And Carol, if you didn't hear me before, YouTube no longer says join on my YouTube page. It says subscribe plus, and when you click that, it brings you to a join page essentially. But not everyone has had that update. So I am going to share the screen and see where it pops up. If it's going to come into, okay. How do I change this layout?
While she's doing that, the elderberry question, clarifying, you definitely want to be sure whether you have the edible versions or the landscape versions. And generally speaking, you want to plant them in spring or fall. But if you've got bare root ones, you want to put them in as soon as possible, regardless. And I'm not an elderberry expert. I just have done some stuff with berries. I'm relying on outside information.
Okay, so we shared the thing. I learned the layout. Mobile tech. I did put a link in the chat. It's supposed to be the membership link. Bowtie's here. What?
I sent out the bat signal to several people.
Where is it on the Restream side? Is it not in there yet? The delay is just terrible. Here we go. Bowtie, hi.
When I look at my YouTube screen, it's a black join button.
That's what you see?
Yep.
If you guys want to try that link to become a member, if you're looking for it, see if that works. But yeah,
Yep.
it's
yes. I see it, and I see the options and the price points. So,
okay. Ladies
and gentlemen, to support Shawnee Grows, you have 3 membership options now that she is monetized. You can be seeds at I'm doing it in Canadian dollars right now. Sorry, it's the way it shows up on my screen. $1.49 a month Canadian. Sprouts is $4.49 a month Canadian, and seedlings is $8.99 a month Canadian. US dollars are slightly less.
We have things like the loyalty badges, which are really common with anybody. If you've ever been in a channel that has memberships, It's that little icon that comes up next to your name. Emojis, I have special ones. I only have the amount they allow me. Once I get more members, I can create more. We talked about the story time. When we get a new member, I'll read a story. And at some point, we can do members only live streams. When you get, so that's like the 99 cent, you get all that. If you pay $2.99 US dollars a month, the extra thing is early access to videos. Like you might see it a couple days before it actually is live on the channel. We'll do member shout outs, and then seedlings is $5.99 in US dollars. The thing that's changed, that's more, is you'll be able to submit photos to me and we can highlight your garden on live streams. So stop sharing. It's however you guys feel. There is no pressure. We all know that being here and liking and sharing and contributing that way is perfectly acceptable. And we're trying to plan a party. This isn't the party. This is the trying to figure out where we're going to have the party. I think someone is new in the chat, and now I got to find where you are. And then we'll read a story, it looks like. Robin,
thank you to Scott for upgrading your membership.
Oh, yeah. If I had cool sounds and stuff, you know, if I was really on it, that'd be cool. But I don't have that. It's yes. Hi, Robin.
Yes. So just in case any of you are kind of stepping in late and missed this is a practice session as she's working out how to utilize this new live stream system and trying to decide if she will keep it or toss it. So
yeah, I don't love it. We'll just say that. I can drive it. I could figure out to get to this point, right? But I really like my Streamyard better, I'll tell you that. I have not had the sound die on me yet, though. So that's helping me figure out where I'm having the problem, if it really is Streamyard. Bowtie. Man, I click on and it's taking forever to come up on the screen. Okay, I'm on a desktop and it's right next to Shawnee Girl's name on our left side. Okay, that's the button we were talking about. Okay. Yeah, I'm new to having memberships, you guys know. So we learn together. Mother Earth Garden Club. I'm not very technical, so managing channel stuff is a mystery to me. Yes, I haven't ate a cinnamon roll yet because they were really hot. I was waiting for it to cool off. Bowtie always has great things to say to keep the chat rate going. If you guys have never met Bowtie Life in the Garden, he is working on watch time hours just like we are. So make sure to play his stuff. So let's do another story, because that's what happens when we get members. We're going to read a little story. We had the first one already tonight, so you can catch that on the replay if you want to hear it. So the second story is called The Night the Garden Held Its Breath. It happened right after the full moon, when the air was thick with dew and the fireflies blinked a warning no one understood. Shawnee stepped out with her headlamp and basket, planning to harvest a few late evening herbs, but stopped. Every single plant was silent, not swaying, not rustling. The wind had gone still. A single lettuce leaf quivered. I'm going to try not to laugh while I'm reading this. Then she saw it. Something was moving beneath the mulch, slow, purposeful, like it knew. With her trowel clutched tight, she crept forward. The ground pulsed once, twice, and then burst upward as a giant green caterpillar flopped out wearing a crown made of clover. So technically we would stop at like a nice point where you stop in before the climax of a story. But because we've had so many new members, we're just going to finish the story. Okay? Get where I'm going? Finally, it said with a sigh. I've been trying to get someone's attention for hours. Shawnee blinked. Why? The caterpillar rolled its many eyes. The garden council nominated you as keeper of the compost. You passed the test, fearless, observant, and with excellent kale. Then it bowed and burrowed back into the soil and left behind a badge made of bark and basil. And that is the end of the story. Bowtie, are we enjoying the read a story when we get new members feature of the channel? I have to prepare some more to read. I'll read more when we do our party since we have so many new members happening. Mobile Tech, can you tell me how to find out what upload speed I have? Because I don't know how to do that. And I could give you the answer. Bowtie, I am not impressed with Restream based on my experiences with Streamyard. Robin says, Shawnee Grows, my YouTube creator friends with Restream have many less issues than Streamyard. That is good feedback, depending on what issues they were having with Streamyard. It's not using the headset microphone? No way. Because, yeah, I wanted the sound from the headset. It says audio input, Logitech headset, audio output, Logitech head. It says it's headset instead of, I don't know what it would say, laptop. What's the other
Well,
one?
from what I can tell, it definitely seems to be from somewhere else other than your headset mic.
Oh, so it must be using the laptop mic?
I think so. You sound different, and when you cover your mouth, sometimes covering the mic, you are still audible otherwise. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Cover the mic and you can tell.
So, like, if I do this, can you hear that?
Nothing.
Wow, it's not using this then.
Nope.
Okay. I'm wondering if this headset broke and it doesn't work anymore because I was having so many problems. So the words are default microphone, Logitech USB headset, communication. It all says headset. I don't know. It's using this one on the laptop like we did last night, Barry, which I didn't like the way the sound was because it sounds like the whole room versus here.
Yes.
Oh, Carol's talking about AV Mux. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say the sound quality is different. It sounds slightly more echoey, a little more tinny. We still love you. You're still great, but it's a little different.
Yeah. And sound is really important when it comes to this kind of thing. The EV Mux, Carol, I'm pretty sure that's the one where they limit the amount to be live. Was that the one that does the 2-hour limit?
Okay. Whatever's going on now, the sound quality is terrible.
Is it cutting out?
Yep, just at that moment. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, this is just a big test to see if I'm still having sound issues, and we are. Bowtie's at 3,444 hours, so only 556 to go. Do you have a certain date, like a month, that you want those hours achieved, Bowtie? Oh, you have a medical test tomorrow, Mother Earth Garden Club, so no cinnamon rolls for you. Robin Gardens, welcome to Level Seeds. Great to have you.
I will take Mother Earth's cinnamon roll. I'll eat 2.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's
Just
so
as a
generous of you.
sacrifice. Just to help out.
Such a team player. Oh, did Big Will Dog come in? Man, this chat is
Earlier.
different.
Yeah.
Okay, hi. Sorry I missed you. Welcome to this. I think you received a gift. That was Miss Sharon. Okay, so I go to Ookla speed test website. OOKLA speed test. This better not be a scam, Mobile Tech. Waiting for instructions on the website. It just says go.
Yep.
Okay.
Click.
I'm waiting to see if it does stuff. It's thinking. It's thinking. Okay. Mother Earth is heading to bed. Okay. Good night.
Thanks for the pastry, Mother Earth. I'm not paying close enough attention to be sure, but it seems like the difference between YouTube and Restream is minutes, like several minutes behind, 2 or 3 or more.
I thought so too. Yeah. Mobile Tech, I have the results. I feel like I'm delaying. My video just went glitchy on here. So Mobile Tech, I don't know what any of this means. It says download Mbps 60.20 and it says upload 2.31. I don't know what that means. So I'm closing that now.
Generally, that means that your internet connection is functioning super slow. Not happy with things that are complex like live stream.
What's a good number for speed upload? If I'm a 2, what are you supposed to have?
Mobile Tech might know a little bit more about it, but it seems like to me as if those numbers are very slow for high function.
It's very frustrating because I wonder if I can read what I'm supposed to have. I have a higher, my internet service is a higher package because of the job I do from home and with the VPN that I connect to, which isn't on right now. Let's see. Like, what am I supposed to be getting, right? Is what I'm just going to try and look for what I pay for.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that, but a general answer says that 15 megabytes per second is the minimum expected for good live streaming.
Minimum of 5. Okay, so I can run a speed test on my internet provider. Let's see. What's the plan details that I pay for? What am I supposed to be getting is what we're going to look at.
Bowtie's clarifying something. He's saying something like she is also using the bandwidth for video upload right now. That test is supposed to be done not while you are streaming. So, okay. We cannot run a test while we're in a live stream. Thank you, Bowtie. Didn't know that.
Yeah, I'll do it when I'm not. I don't know. When I go to plan details, it says Internet Ultra 600 Mbps. So, I don't know. It's stuff I don't know anything about, you know? And Jay's audio is good. Okay. Thank you, Miss Sharon. Wickshire, what are you doing here? Just kidding. Hey. Yeah, I'll probably set up everybody seems to say that they would like to get an email that since I'm so pop-up live stream-ish, I don't ever have it scheduled on the same day at the same time. People would like an email, so I will create a post when I get a chance and everyone can sign up and send me an email to where they want the message sent to, because we would love to have you all together.
You could just go old school and just use basic email and have a group list, and that way you only have to write a sentence and then just hit send.
That was a question I had. So there's something called a group list.
For emails, yep.
Okay. Oh, Bowtie said it a couple times that you shouldn't be running the test right now.
Yes, he's being very clear on that. So Shawnee, I'm sending you how do I create a group email in Gmail, and I'll send it to you.
Good, because I don't know how to, yeah, I don't know how to do that. Yeah, I don't know how to look at the up and the with my app. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. I might have been young when this stuff was introduced, but I didn't learn it very well.
So it's an actual totally step-by-step, like 1,
Yeah.
do this, 2, do that. Okay? So.
Perfect. Yeah, like email, running things, the calendar. Like somebody, my boss had sent me a meeting and I accepted it and then it disappeared. And I told her, I said, where's my meeting link? Because we needed to do like a video chat. And she goes, it's in your calendar. And I'm like, what? I didn't even know that much. So I learned that part the other day. Yeah, Wickshire, I saw that in your post that you were on a ban. Who did you make angry? Good grief. Where have you been that you got banned?
Okay, I'll send that to you too. Bowtie.
Okay, help our church send out group emails via Gmail. It's a tricky deal. Send it to me too. Oh, yeah, there you go. Miss Sharon says you can also create a form in Gmail. Just makes the page and add questions, sets it so only you can see it. Wickshire wasn't able to post on his YouTube at all.
Okay, David, that's going to show up now as a forwarded email from the one I just sent to Shawnee.
Cool.
We're going to be emailing like it's 1980.
Carol says she had to get what? I have to recheck. They came out and gave us a new router, and hopefully my internet will quit its crap out on the weekends. Oh, you did go through all that? Okay. We should try playing a video.
Well, Paper Airplane Kentucky, flaunting the fiber optics is the bomb diggity. Well, I'm kind of living in a little village out in the middle of basically a farmer's field. So we're using technology from 1980s. And no, I am not kidding.
My garden site doesn't even have internet run to it. That's how outdated that site is.
We are using 1980s television cable for our internet. 1980s television cable. 50 years old.
Yeah.
Technology.
Let's see. So share. We're going to try playing a video, everybody, to see what happens. Now, based on how it's gone with delaying and things, we'll see if this runs or not. Weeds with less amount of manual labor possible, so that's what we're going to do here in this video. First, I tried using a clear tarp. I think it was 6mm plastic, covered the area, used boards to hold it down because I didn't have sandbags or staples. I'm trying to solarize. I'm trying to use the sun to heat up this spot to terminate the grass, the weeds, whatever's growing. Here's what happened. See how there's lanes? The only parts that died back was where those boards were. Everywhere else, that was just the clear plastic. It was just a greenhouse and everything stayed alive. Nobody said it wasn't playing. It played okay for you, Jay?
Yep, seemed like it. Seemed like there was a very slight warble just at the very beginning as it started to go, but
okay.
Yeah.
Miss Sharon, whatever link you put in, I'll copy it and I can put it on another tab. So yes, I'll be able to grab it because I'll just open it right away and look at it later. Oh, bow tie.
If people can give her feedback about anything you see or hear, because this is entirely a test session to try and get an idea of if this is something she wants to use and if it's causing broadcast problems. So if you notice something positive or negative, speak up.
You know what else I would really appreciate from people that understand tech and audio? Tell me what to replace this with, because my headset, I think, needs to go. And technically, this is not mine. And if they replace it, it'd just be the same one. And I don't even know what this is. I'd have to look at it. Maybe it says on the thing. But if anybody has a suggestion for what to possibly buy to have sound that's better than the laptop mic, because I think that's what you're hearing right now, for live stream purposes, if you've been here before, you know I do sometimes have panel members, and I have a budget. You can email me or put it in the chat, and I'll see it. Wickershire Project, did you watch the video? Thank you, Robin. Okay, this is the link. Let's see here. Quiz and Google Forms. Okay, thank you, Miss Sharon.
Wickershire, you might be pleased to know that currently I'm off-grid. My whole village somehow blacked out, and we don't know exactly what all is going on. So we are normally grid, but I'm actually running all of this on battery backup right now. The lights, laptop, internet, everything. So happen to have that in common with you right now.
Yeah, that's great that you have battery backup.
That was a new purchase. I'd been meaning to do that for a while. For those into that kind of thing, I chose to go in the direction of Bluetti with the basic box and then an add-on one later on. And if I'm somewhat usable with my power the normal way, normal functions, I get 18 to 23 hours. If I'm conservative, it's longer. So I got Bluetti, and it's not the only choice on the market because I wanted a basically stupidly simple system that me, half asleep and not thinking very clearly, could hit 3 buttons and I'm done. And it's safe and it's no difficulty to anybody else or to me. Just make it work. Simple.
Yeah, turn it on and go. I did the I say Opus. I don't know if that's how you say it. That's what I got for our battery backup. Mega 1. We haven't actually had to use it since I bought it. Because that's how it goes sometimes. But
Well, Wickershire is talking about my system. And what happened was I saved extra long because I chose to go to Blue Eddy system because I'm not very bright and not very capable when it comes to solar and battery and all that kind of stuff. So I wanted a system that was super, super 1, 2, 3 steps done. So it's not because I'm rich, it's because I'm not very bright or capable. And also, we've had a problem in this little village where people had battery backup systems that backfed and caused injury to electrical people. And I wanted a dead simple system that could in no way hurt anybody else. So those were some of my priorities, and also upgradable as I get more money. So,
yeah, like you can stack it.
yep.
Did you get the solar panel? I missed if you said that.
Not yet. What happens is I have a partner that we are together but live separately. I live in a tiny house village, so he has his own little tiny house. I have my own little tiny house, and he is a retired electrician. So he is having so much fun creating multiple solar and battery backup systems that it is dizzying to even keep track of all the ones he's using and setting up. And I don't want that. I want something that it's 1, 2, 3, done. You know what I mean? And so I paid a little extra to try and have it super, super simple.
Yeah, I like that I can carry my battery bank to where I want it. Like if I want to just have it in here to have a living room light on for the kids to not be scared if we lost power, then I can. If I need to carry it to the freezer and run the freezer for 6 hours, then I can, you know.
Well, mine's bigger, more of a cottage setup. I would have to look up the number of watts and stuff, but we'll call it, just for the sake of argument, about 2,000, 2,200 for the base unit, and then maybe another 15, 1,700 for my extra. And my idea, again, very safe, very easy to use, and I'm essentially flicking about 3 switches and done until the power comes back on. And and upgradable for solar in the future. So
Yeah. It's great that you made that purchase and you're using it right now.
Yes. Yep. Just at
We
this exact moment, we had a power blackout for some reason about 2 hours ago. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm okay.
Yeah, so you're 2 hours in to having the power outage. I wondered when it started. Okay.
Maybe
We have
3 hours now. Yep.
probably 3. We've been on here for an hour and 8 minutes. I see it does have a tracker that keeps the time for me. I want to say hello, Radio Jonesy. He is a member and he used the words. What are those words? Emojis, possibly. It's a butterfly. In the members only video, it explains the purpose of the butterfly on the channel. The wildflower bouquet, because of course I love my wildflowers, grow every day in every way, and then learn as you grow. Once I get more members, which we might have met the threshold now, I can create more of the emojis. And if you have any suggestions for ones that would help, what I should create for the people to use in the chat.
Well, garden related ones, obviously. Any ones that are
Yeah.
plant, flowers, seeds, little sprouts.
Tuck by V, good night. Barry also has Opus for the power station. I did get the solar panel for mine, but I like having it fully charged already, just with the regular power. So when we lose power, if I drain it and we still don't have power, then I could charge it with the solar. Just having backups, you know.
Yep. And that will be my future, just not today. As
Yeah.
who was saying it? Someone in here was talking about Blue Eddy being spendy. There we go, Wickeshire. Yeah, Blue Eddy is a bit spendy, but it's dead solid and very safe and super easy to use. So, and upgradable. So, yeah.
Yeah, and always look for a coupon or a sale when you're purchasing stuff like that,
Yes.
Robin Garden says, one thing that is frustrating with Restream is that things show up mirror image, have to go into settings and flip mirror image, and often I've had to go out and come back into the live. Yes, I did check that right away because that happens with Streamyard. When I clear my cookies and cache and history, and it takes all of that out, when I reset up a live stream with Streamyard, I do have to make sure to uncheck mirror because it's a default auto checked box. I did see that Restream has that happen as well.
Ricochet just said Blue Eddy is a no-brainer, and I qualify. That's one of the reasons I bought it. Yes.
I am reading chat to see where we should go next with this conversation. I think I've tested everything I wanted to test.
Okay. If it's okay with you, I can stick around after you decide to close off so you can see what happens to this after you close out.
Okay. Yeah, if you have time. Yeah, we wanted to know if there's like a backstage hangout green room thing like we do with Streamyard. Thank you guys for all conversating with each other. Oh, Radio Jonesy says, yes, that video was very touching. He got to see the members only Why I Have a Channel video. CM Mobile Tech, thank you for contributing to the conversation. Bojai has a question. Why did the tomato plant sign up for fiber optic internet? Answer, it wanted faster to catch up speeds. Carol says, I will watch the video tomorrow after I drop. Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
I'm scrolling back to some of the comments, and I don't know what planet Bowtie is living on. I guess we're visiting. I'm reading the So J. Dixon, if I lick the Blue Eddy, written differently, it will not hurt me. Yeah. And it's like, you try it and report back. But make sure you have all of your insurance well arranged and any paperwork your wife might need ready for what happens.
Robin has been on Restream panels, and she says, yes, there is a backstage. Okay, that's good. Promising. Because, Robin, the thing that, well, you've never hosted a live stream, Robin. The thing that I saw that's different, and maybe I'm not seeing the setting, if anyone in the chat has been a host on Restream, there wasn't Jay's video that popped up. All it said was a sentence that somebody was wanting to join the panel. And I'm used to seeing them little before you bring them up to know it's them, right? Okay, I'll put the link in there, which is this button. This button. Once I put it in, you grab it, and then I'll delete it. Robin.
So there's that link. Did you want someone in particular or just anyone?
Robin was asking for it.
Okay.
So. Oh, Gear's here. Good to see you, Gear. I know there's this little circle, and it's me in the image on the right-hand side of my screen. And when I hover my mouse over it, it says sources, And then I see like JBot little. So I'm wondering if when hopefully Robin clicks the link and I wonder if I hover over that, then I'll be able to see who wants to come up on panel.
Okay.
We're just learning as we go here. Okay, I have a notification. And when I hover over the little circle, it does happen. I have the little image and people are waving and they're verifying who they am. So I'm going to add you guys to the stage. I have 2 guests coming up now.
Yep.
I think that's the button I click. Oh,
Good.
and then you're big now.
Hello.
Robin.
Hi. I got to figure out how to make you not big.
Robin
Please.
is amazingly huge.
Oh my God. Yeah, I wasn't planning
Yeah,
to
me
be
neither.
seen.
Me neither.
Sorry.
good.
I'm clicking buttons. There we go. Look at you all bundled up, Mr. Winter Pants.
Cold.
It's well, how cold is it?
Probably I don't know, snowing somewhere close by. It's just cold.
Actually, it was snowing in eastern Australia today. They were making snowmen and having about a foot of snow. And that's highly unusual for them.
Well, I'm in Tasmania, and it looks lovely outside, but I'm telling you,
It does look lovely.
it does. Except for standing out there, it's bloody freezing. Anyway, I just wanted to pop on. I'm at work, obviously.
Correct.
And you go live at very unconventional times for us.
Yeah.
That's Tasmanians. But anyway, I just want to say congratulations on your channel. You're doing very nicely. And it's great to be one of the members for your channel and help you support your journey. And if there's anything else we can do to help, you just got to ask, as we've been connecting for a little while now. So, yeah, I just wanted to pop up and say very well done. And
Thank you.
congratulations.
So you're coming in as Island Life Tasmania, but you also run the channel Radio J Talk, the conversation channel on the Radio Jonesy Network, and we are in competition. And I have won the first round of the competition, getting to 3,000 watch hours before this gentleman here. So help support his channel. And now we're in the race of 4,000, and whoever wins. Yeah, thanks. We will congratulate when we both hit the goal, obviously, because it's only onward and upward from there.
And I'm trying now.
Yes, you have been putting out content. Yeah.
Yes. Is that the right time? Yep, that's the right time. There you go. My watch is solar powered, so I can't wear it this time of year because it gets covered up and it stops. So I got to leave it on the dash of the car to get sunlight to charge it up. But anyway, that's all I'd like to say, ladies, and I will go back to what I'm supposed to be doing, and I will listen to you in the chat.
Well, thank you. When we have the party, I'll let you know, and maybe you can come up for a little bit.
Thank you. No problems. I will. It'll be an honor. Okay. I'll see you all later.
Bye.
I think I know.
Yeah, how do you run the get out part? Oh, there, you figured it out. Okay, now our layout changed. Now I have to click a button. There we go. Pest Hunter, I think, is here.
I didn't know I could still jump around like that. Woo!
You're feeling
well
mobile.
done, Jay.
Good evening, Pest Hunter Outdoors. We're just testing out Restream in preparation for a party.
Thanks, everybody, for your patience, as this is not the conventional live stream. It's pushing buttons and twisting things around and trying to see what works. So,
thank you, Ms.
You know,
Sharon,
there's
for
one
sharing.
thing you might want to try. I had one friend that was having trouble putting up pictures in one of his live streams. Do you have some kind of a picture on the desktop that you could try to push out to test?
I'm gonna look. I'll look and see. I usually clear everything because, like I said, I was working on I lost connection. Can you hear me?
You're still here, but you slightly warbled, got a bit fuzzy, and a little distortion briefly.
Yeah, I got a message about it. Is this a picture? It's because I'm doing something now, probably.
Jay, for being 1980s technology, you're coming through incredibly clear.
Good. Yes. We're going to be upgrading, but there's no time frame about how long that's going to be. But yeah. Okay. See how this picture goes. Oh, there's a picture. Great.
Excellent. That went up
Okay, that worked.
smoothly.
Yeah. Stop sharing. Okay. I'm working on a secret project, and I might be able to get it on the channel soon. But it involves taking pictures of my garden, and I'm turning them into something. That's all I'm gonna say.
You have to figure out a way to monetize your secrets, or put them behind a membership wall or something.
Who was I talking to? I think it was Robin. We were somewhere together, and I was like, that gives me a video idea. And you were like, don't tell anybody. I don't even remember what it was.
Oh,
I didn't write it down. I
it
should
was
have told
on Diva's
somebody.
channel. Yeah.
Janet, when did you get here? Let me see if I can find the. Go ahead, Jay.
Maybe Robin can email that to you so that it's not publicized, whatever was your $1 million idea, but that you might not want all over the internet right now.
I got a few years on you, so my gray cells aren't lined up either.
Hello, Janet.
We could go back and watch it, though.
Well, I was trying to remember where we were, and because we've been in places in 4 days. I don't think I deleted the link. Let me change it. What did you do today, Robin?
Oh boy, I harvested all kinds of cherry tomatoes. I harvested onions. Did some care. I'm working on the video that comes out tomorrow. I've got it just about where I want it. But yeah, it's the point in the season where you have a lot of ups and downs. So that's what's in the video, or the ups and the downs.
Okay.
But that's the reality of gardening. You could always show the best stuff, but I think that's unfair to other people not to show the good and the bad of what happens.
The disappointment. Yeah.
Yes.
Just a reminder for people on the Urban Gardener. He's doing a community show. So if any of you have a channel or know other people have channels who would do educational gardening live streams and would like to promote it, he's very easy to talk to, and it's a way to promote it. But even if you know people who don't necessarily formally have a channel that they want to promote, maybe you have a gardening issue or complication that you would like some answers about, just as an ordinary person, come in there and say, hey, I'm having trouble with X or Y. And one of the things that I'm looking at doing as a guest there is to take a few pictures of my gardening situations. And again, I was thinking like you, Robin, oh, this isn't really all that photogenic for the internet and stuff. And I went, how about real world gardening? How about it's going to be some pretty plants, some trees I just put in, but a big messy pile of sticks behind that are not going to get dealt with before the photo is taken care of. And I went, oh, well, real world, take the picture anyway. So yeah. Yes. So back to what I was saying is maybe some of you have a situation where you're not necessarily a gardening professional, but you're a little stuck on an issue or something like that. This is an excellent opportunity to show some pictures or articulate what is the thing you're kind of stuck on. And as a gardening community, we might want to try and figure out if we can help you with that, either in the moment or, later on. So
The Urban Gardener has created the live stream, I'm pretty sure, for the community show. If we could get that in the chat, people can click it and then notify me, and you can come, and he'll have the link to come up on panel in the chat during that show when it's your time. So
it's a very fun show to participate in and to watch.
it is. It's fun to have the faces come to the people we see in the chat, right? Yeah. Kentucky Goblin, welcome to the test live stream. I do like StreamYard much better. I think we've figured out that I might need a new headset with a mic situation. Hello, gang. Hey, Crazy Life Homestead. I'm sure you were very busy today because you're busy every day.
For work, I always like the Logitech headsets brand, but it might not translate to this, but they were always really good to hear and talk with, because I worked in insurance, so I was talking to a lot of people all day long.
Right. This does say Logitech on it, this one.
So Ms. Sharon was much smarter and faster than me. She gave a general link to the Urban Gardener, and I just followed up with this specific link to that exact show. So if any of you are interested in that.
Thank you both for doing that. We want to get more people there for sure. Yes, Carol and I were talking about the loss. What is the cost of the loss? Do we ever admit it to people? The hundreds of dollars in trees that didn't make it, or things that were eaten, or because I definitely have a lot of stories, and that's why I try to buy perennials that have a warranty on them, where within a year, if it dies, I get my money back, or I just get credit from the nursery, because it happens.
Yeah, there's a lot of random loss in the garden. That's, it's nobody's fault. And, a young, inexperienced gardener would take it, oh, I suck at this, and maybe give up. Where, I've been doing this for decades, and I have spontaneous loss every year. Just happens.
Yeah, it never stops. Like, no matter how many years are under your gardening belt, there will be things that turn into compost no matter what.
My pole beans are fine, but I can't grow a bush bean to save my life well this year. I have had so much not germinate or loss, and I just think it's the wicked heat that we've had. It's been an unusual year for stupid high heat, and not just a day or two, but a week or two at a time. Stupid high heat. That's all like
us here too.
And that it's great. I mean, the peppers are like, yeah, woohoo! But the beans, they're not liking it.
I have my bush beans are kind of tucked in a place where they did produce. My sword bean, my Jack and the Beanstalk that I was like so excited for, hasn't put any flowers on so it's not making any beans, and we're counting down to frost time. My pole beans for drying are just green infrastructure, no flowers, no beans. And it's 100 degrees with the heat index at times, and that's not normal for my Minnesota area. I mean, any of Minnesota, come on. Like we should not be over 90. And that's what we've been having here, just like in Chicago here.
My girlfriend in
province-wise.
Minnesota has got okra coming out of everywhere, and that's not typical in Minnesota. You
No,
don't
it's
get
not.
the heat for okra.
Like you said, the peppers are happy. I have a lot of peppers this year, where last year I didn't have any for a lot of different reasons. We had a really wet spring, and I also had a situation where my seed starting failed on many levels, and I wasn't going to go and buy a bunch of started plants. So this year it's great for peppers. I agree with that statement.
So I just got word that my power is restored, so I'm going to have to do several steps to kind of change that, but I'm good. I'm good on my power for now. I'm on a
Good.
battery backup power
Cool.
system right now. So
Did they say why it went out in the first place?
didn't get into that. I was trying to, that person was kind of interrupting this, and I use a Google Display, and so that person was going to be interceding in our situation. So I was trying to quiet down the communication. Yes. So I didn't do deep inquiries, but I will later. Yes. I did some speculation, but I don't know.
Wickershire Project is saying, Robin, if it's 90 Fahrenheit plus, yeah, long periods cause major shutdown. Peppers, cactus are good. So here's something crazy that is happening more than normal. My blackberries are sun scalding because we've had so many 90 plus days. So little parts on the blackberries are turning tan, because what happens is they actually like boil in the heat. So that's something that's pretty atypical, but it's, I mean, they're still edible. They just look funky.
Yeah, in that situation, unless you're going to string up a shade cloth to try and prevent a sun scald, you're just going to ride it out, and that's what this year's crop has. It's going to take,
I got more 90s coming.
We have a heat wave coming, yep. And I just planted the fall garden, so that's not good.
Ooh, the brassica, huh? Ooh.
One of the things that's affecting our weather today, and one of the reasons why my voice is a little crackly, is we down where I am in Canada, which is considered to be the lower part of Canada in terms of geography, we are experiencing smog due to the wildfires that are occurring in the north, and that's often being sent your way, meaning some of the people in the US, but we don't usually get it down in the district where I am, but it is right now. So we have a hazy smog kind of affecting our air quality for all of us right now for at least a few days. So
it sent me inside for
we just
3 days.
You had 3 days?
Yeah, it was.
We had a good 5-day air quality from that. It was Canada wildfires, and then I think there's a Utah, Idaho fire too. And it was if you have asthma, high risk people, stay inside, don't go running and jogging. And you can see it, like Jay talked about. It's not just the corn sweat, it was the wildfire smoke coming in.
I think it was Thursday. Chicago was ranked as the worst air quality in the world on that day. So it was bad.
What?
Yeah, it was bad. And last year I worked in it. It looked foggy outside, and yeah, there was the alert, but I didn't. And I worked in it, and I worked hard for the day, and then boy, the next day I was just coughing, and I was a mess. So this year I stayed inside like a good girl.
Heed the warning. Do you use any kind of air filter inside your house, air purifier, then when it happens outside like that?
We just don't open the windows or anything like that, but I do. I mean, I have a couple of air purifiers in the house. Al's got allergies, so inside air quality is pretty good.
Hello, Wanda. I did buy some kind of air filter fan thing that I have for just in case. We've had a lot of crazy things in our town happen, and it just led to that kind of a purchase. People are sharing about their gardens. That's great. That's what we're here for. Even though this is just a test hangout, I'm glad everyone's here. If we really have 21 watching, that is amazing. Hit the thumbs up. Share us out. We're trying to grow the channel. If you know any gardeners that love talking about gardening, this is a place to be. Miss Sharon has had a lot of struggles this year. Multiple plantings either flooded or dried up.
Ooh.
And that's defeating.
Jay, have you had any big successes this year in the garden?
Yes and no. I'm kind of I'm a color outside the lines kind of person. And one is I like to help people a lot. So I started my garden season here by we have a community garden of 43 plots, and 7 of the seniors could not start their gardens. So I volunteered to clear and get their garden plant ready, ready to go. Because for some of them, this might be their last year gardening. And I kind of feel like what they've contributed, somebody should be helping them through what might be their last year or 2 of gardening. So I did that, but not thinking very well how long it was going to take for me to do all that. So my gardens ended up being 5 to 7 weeks behind. And that means that I had to play a crazy game of catch up because we have limited garden seasons here. So I have been watering twice a day to try and get the seeds and little plants going, and it is working wonderfully. I am almost caught up to everybody else in terms of size of the plants and production. So that's a crazy success in my mind, just the fact that I fast forwarded my season in a crazy hurry without rotting the plants or rotting the seeds when I was doing that. So yes. And the other thing I did was in our 43 plot thing, quite a lot of the time, a number of people, usually the first or second year gardeners, lose track of how much energy it takes to maintain a garden plot. And it gets overwhelming and it ends up being weedy and they don't know what to do. Well, instead of pointing fingers and you should, and why don't you have a better life about cleaning things up, I just said, hey, allow me to help you do well with gardening. Like, let me, with your permission, go in to reset your garden. And then the other thing I asked for most of them is, can I put down cardboard and mulch, just roadside, free mulch, so that your garden is 90% taken care of, like 10% of the weeding and watering, which is probably more within your capabilities. And doing that to reset about 5 garden plots took quite a bit of my time and energy, but they now look tidy and nice in our reset. So we often have untended and messy looking gardens, but we've got beautiful gardens all over. My garden's okay, but overall, now as a community, we have, because I put in some time and effort volunteering, everybody's doing pretty good now instead of lost and abandoned.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
amazing.
Cool.
Jay, do you think that your community garden would benefit from we need more space, an expansion? Do you think more area needs to be workable for gardening?
Yes. I've been on that for 15 years. I live in essentially a tiny home community that's an HOA. And what that can mean is theoretically we all community own. However, we are not all peace and love hippies here. We are people with disparate different ideas. And some of them if it wasn't their idea, it's not a good idea. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I've been trying to expand. We have a many years waiting list for people to have a community garden plot. And there keeps being obstructions in expanding when we have the open green space to expand to. And yet, for one reason or another, it keeps not happening. So one of the things I've been doing, okay, it's a long background. I'll try and condense the story. I've been involved with that community garden for 22 years-ish, give or take. And when I first went there, approximately 1/4 of the garden plots were long-term abandoned. What I mean by that is more than 5 years of no one ever stepping foot in them. Weeds up to your waist or armpits, just a mess, nobody in them. And the other thing that would happen is another 1/4 or so would lose track of their garden after the initial planting or two and just not do anything with it. So what I'm telling you is half of our, at that time, 47 garden plots were being not really used, just a messy mess not being used. So over the years, I've gradually done things to help people to take over abandoned spots. Ones that were only temporarily abandoned, I set up deals with people saying, you don't want to give up your garden spot, but you can't use it right now. Can I clean it up for you so it's tidy and nice, easier for you in the future? I will utilize it and plant it fully so you don't have to lift a finger, but half of those crops will go to you and half to the food bank. So that was ways that available garden plots, instead of sitting fallow, were actually being used to produce food. And that was another thing I did. So I do a number of things where I try and make individual deals and cooperate with people to try and lift people from fatigue and confusion and overwhelm with their gardens. I also adopt a couple of newbies every year to try and handhold them through the process so that they don't lose themselves in the gardening process. And I'll do virtually whatever it takes to help them through that first couple of years until they're, you know, feeling confident enough to go on. So one of the people recently introduced me as the queen of the gardening plot. I'm not quite so sure I'd put it there, but I'm trying to be a little helper bee for people who are struggling. Yeah.
So when you're growing for the food bank,
Yep.
what is probably the top 3 crops that they appreciate the most to feed people?
Well, it's actually kind of complicated. Every story with me is complicated. Our food bank is only available once a month. So that's a difficulty. So when I said the food bank, that was a short form. I have 3 different ways that I donate food to needy causes because I have to give the food when it's ready to harvest to whatever will work. So I do 3 things. One is the actual food bank, which is only once a month in our area, which doesn't line up always with the food harvesting. But when it does, they get what I've got. And they prefer quantity if possible. The second thing is there's a seniors dinner, and they're willing to take any amount that's more than about 5 pounds of any one food so that they can utilize it as an ingredient for seniors dinners. And that's twice a month. So that's falls in a different timing. And then the third thing I do, and unfortunately it's not yet happening this year because I was late, but I adopt about 10 households in my community that are theoretically needy, but I don't require people to prove anything. And then I do what I call curb march, where whatever I have as excess produce, I just bring to these households and they pick through and take whatever they want.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So because you have to kind of hold things back, it sounds like things like potatoes, onions, and those kind of things would probably be good because they could be held for a bit to gift.
Well, our community garden plots are tiny. So I'm the most plant greedy person out of all of us because in that 10 to 20, we get 10 feet by 20 feet. So it is small. So I grow very intensely and very vertically so that I'm able to have stuff to share. Because if I didn't do that, it would only be enough for my one household. Yeah. So I don't, what I'm telling you is I'm not producing 100 pounds of potatoes to give to the food bank. I'm, that kind of thing. I'm often giving 20 to 40 pounds of something, but that's a large amount. Like, let's put it this way. I'm not filling truckloads for them. I'm doing what I can as an individual. Yeah.
But it's crazy how much you can produce in a tiny space
Yep. I know.
if you're organized.
Yes. Yes. I just yesterday took over another abandoned plot where they wouldn't let me have it for most of the season, but decided last week I could have it. So I got it cleaned and planted, and they said, well, this will be for next year. And I said, oh, do you have plans for this year? And they said, no. I said, good. I have a list of about 20 things that I can plant at the 1st of August in quantity and give away. And they were like, what? That doesn't compute for most local people. And I went, oh no, it's not a super long list, but it is a good list. And so I hopefully things work out and it'll all be excess that I can give away. Yeah.
So that's a concept that you have to learn, because when I was a young gardener, I only did the first crop. I didn't do the succession stuff. I had to, grow into that. But once you get the concept, it's great because sky's the limit.
Well,
But around here, I don't know how it is up in Canada, and I don't know in Minnesota either, but you can't get false starts of vegetables.
no, you have to do it yourself. Even the
Mhm.
seeds disappear here, become almost impossible to get. Yes. And the interesting ones like moshi and bok choy and all that kind of thing, they look at you like, you want what? Perpetual spinach, all that kind of stuff. It's online ordering because it is definitely not in any way available. Most of the stores are either out of seeds or have thrown them out or given them away, or it's all gone. You had to plan ahead, and that's what you're having. But I'm happy with the list of 20 things that I can do in August, like in 1st of August, mid-August, late August, that I can still plant. It's slower, it's more limited, but hey, I consider it to be a bonus season. In my area, the vast number of people plant May 20th, May 24th. That's when they put in, and they don't have an early spring crop at all. And the vast majority of people fold up their garden bed what we call Labor Day, which is September 1st to 5th. Okay.
Mhm.
And that's the end. And there's a couple of brave souls, and I mean 5 or 6, who will have any kind of fall crops, but they didn't plant them. It's what still remains in their garden. So when people saw me clearing out sections of my garden in late August and planting in on purpose, they were like, can we stop and ask you, what are you doing? This is in a garden when I have a whole bunch of seeds, kind of like the different types laid out of what I can still plant. And they're like, what are you doing? I said, I'm planting my fall crops. And they were like, they're all going to die. And I go, some of them might. We talked about the fact that you're murdering plants when you're a gardener.
Mhm.
That's part of what's going to happen. But I said a certain amount will survive, and I'm doing things that are all frost tolerant or cold tolerant, and we'll see how it goes. And I created a funny little system that was fairly cheap, of a little hoop system, a mini little low tunnel kind of system in my garden using dollar store hula hoops, just kind of hooped
Oh,
across,
wow.
and some frost cloth, and there's different grades of frost cloth you can get. And as the season went on, not a lot of growing, so it's more like a storage system of what's growing. Very little growth in November and December. And I managed, by planting in August, which most people are giving up, clearing out their garden beds, I managed to get 15 in that little 10 by 20 plot. I managed to get an additional 15 bushels of carrots, beets, kale, Swiss chard, things like that. Like, so much that it was a problem. Like, I live in a tiny home. Oh no, who all, oh, you come to the door, here, have 20 carrots, like just, craziness. A food bank, trying to go, hey, could you guys take 10 bushels? 10 bushels. What? So yeah, and it was fantastic. And it was an interesting side point to those of you who have not done fall crops. Some crops, and it's a limited number, the starches, the carbohydrates in the stuff, when the frost occurs, turns the plant into a sweet taste. So some things taste measurably different, and to some people better once frost has actually occurred. So you're getting a better product. And I could, of course, I stored my carrots, bushels and bushels and bushels, in my garden, and with very minimal, almost like a dollar store type setup, and knocked the snow off every couple of days. And like I say, all those bushels and bushels and bushels of stuff. It was crazy how much I had. Yeah. And that was all bonus season that is not normally a thing.
Right.
Do you do that too, Shawnee? Throw some stuff in that is marginal, just to see if.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
We
me
have a
too.
really fantastic seed place here, and for operational security, I am not disclosing where I am or what this place is, but it is known in the country as a very good organic place. And so I can buy ounces of seeds for very low cost and just toss them out and see what happens. It's a wonderful resource that we have. What Jay talked about with when people plant their garden and when they take it out, same exact schedule here. I call them weekend warriors. They plant everything they want to grow. That was a Memorial Day weekend. They don't plant anything else ever the whole season. And once that stuff's gone, they don't even try for any of the shoulder seasons at all. And I don't know anyone that grows a fall garden in my town, but I don't talk to everyone in my town.
Mhm.
Yes. I'm the only one that I know of. There's a couple people who keep their garden in for a little while, and a few I've talked into putting in garlic, hardneck garlic, in around, for us, it's around Halloween. And that's it. And they're looking at me with my garden cart going out with all my garden supplies and going, like, they look at me puzzled and maybe a little concerned, like wondering if I'm okay or not. What are you doing? I'm gardening. Are you okay? Yes, I am quite okay. Do you want to come along and see? And then I reveal all the stuff, and they're like, what? Secret magic tricks of gardening, late season, shoulder seasons, spring and fall. You can theoretically, if you get a little bit coordinated about it, and I'm not super coordinated, I'm pretty random as a gardener, triple your crops with the same space. What? Spring, main season, fall. What?
Even I have a small little bottomless cold frame that I drop over. You pick the crop that I think will make it, and it'll keep going. The problem is, and it's the same for the two of you, is the light gets shorter and shorter and shorter.
Yep.
While the temperatures are getting colder and colder, so growth just halts.
Oh, they shut off our water on October 31st at the gardens. So there is no water unless you're hauling it. Sometimes if there's no frost yet, I sweet talk the maintenance people into not shutting it off until there's actual frost, so I can get a few more weeks of watering the gardens and stuff. But the key thing is, hey, it's all possibilities. It's all ways of expanding your skill set as a gardener, your possibilities of being able to grow more and be more independent, in your own food, having your own natural, good, high quality, low cost food right available to you. And like I say, I'm in a tiny space of gardening so that I have enough abundance to share with other people. How fantastic. Share with other people. Look at the price of food right now. What more of a gift can you give to someone? They have to have nutritious food,
And then you kind of have to learn how to be creative too. If you put peas in and they're not going to come to fruition, well, guess what? Pea shoots. All those little shoots up at the top are delicious. I didn't
Yes.
know that for a lot of years.
Yes.
I didn't either. Yeah, and I using different parts of the plant that maybe aren't advertised. Absolutely. Yeah.
That was going to be the next thing I said. It wasn't until about 2 years ago that I learned you can eat more parts of the plant than is actually commonly known. And so one of my tips for any of you that are still listening to us is, as you're about to take out that plant, pull that radish, pull that carrot, look up, what can I do with a carrot top? What can I do with a radish top, et cetera, et cetera. And those are all edible things. How you're going to use it and at what stages they're the most delicious varies. But the key thing is that's half your plant, half of the work that you spent, the energy consumed in the soil. Those greens, I'll tell you, if you ever take the carrot top and turn it into a pesto and look up carrot top pesto, simple recipe, easy recipe, whatever, that served with your carrots is probably one of the most delicious things you've ever had. And it's right there. Yeah.
Speaking of carrots, I'm going to say that's my cold weather crop choice, because what Jay spoke about, that kiss of frost changing the carrot to just be this sugary amazingness in nature's refrigerator, the soil. I would say that's my favorite cold weather crop. What about Robin?
Carrots with the concentrated sugars, peas, and Swiss chard. Swiss chard's my hero vegetable. It goes from early spring right till it's death with, 2 or 3 frosts.
Mm-hmm.
Interestingly, I'm up in Canada, which most people consider to be quite a cold area. We have many similarities to the Midwest in terms of our weather and our growing season and stuff like that. Our snow, just as an example, went on for so many weeks of completely blocking us in with like 6 to 12 foot deep snow for weeks, that all of our highways and roads were closed for weeks. Okay. So we know snow load in the garden. My Swiss chard and my kale survived those winters and are back in the spring smiling at me and getting ready for me to harvest them. No kidding. And you enjoy them for those first few weeks. They're up there, happy to see you, sprouting up again once things are, growable situation. And if you wait a few weeks, enjoy them, as a crop. But then if you leave some in place, that's the second year and they go to seed. So now you've got the seed for the following year. So I don't know, plant them once, harvest, leave them over the winter in the snow load, grab off what you can until December. And then around early March, late March, there they are waiting for you, ready to eat again. Unbelievable.
And they give so many seeds, because I save the seeds for the seed library. And like celery, if it makes it through and comes back, one celery plant,
Yes.
thousands of seeds, thousands.
Yes. For those of you that have never saved seed before, you only usually need to save a plant or two to kind of set aside for that little bit of space to get your seed saving to start. And it's not that complicated,
No, it's one of those levels, the layers of gardening that you learn as you grow. Absolutely. We are going to call this show. We have one more minute and we're going to end it. What a test this was. I appreciate everyone that came in and out, all of our new members. Is there a button I could click that tells me? See, I'm learning how to do this stuff. Here's the top fans. That's not it. Sometimes I've seen in other chats, there's like a a button that will take me to who joined today. So the next live stream, we will be able to shout out our members because I will have this figured out a little bit better. We will talk about, probably have the party scheduled by then and see you at the party. We are going to have to invest in a different equipment thing, I believe, because I don't like the sound coming out of the laptop. And I want to encourage everyone to grow every day in every way. Of course, as always, thank you, Jay. Thank you, Robin, for helping with our test. Do you have anything, last words?
Only for you, briefly, is it I'm going to stick around in this just to have you add an idea if there's a back room.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Robin, do you have anything to add?
Oh, no, just thanks for having me on spontaneously. This is great. Great.
All right. See you, everyone.